It's Allie Cody, certified holistic nutritionist and certified fitness instructor, also the founder and CEO of Avocado Alley, where we focus on healing through food, through faith, and also a little bit of fun. Today, we are going to talk about the things that we may be doing that are contributing to pain, joint pain, muscle pain, soft tissue pain that we are having, and we may not really make that connection. So we're going to talk about certain things that we are doing, and these might be considered bad habits, or maybe you don't realize they're bad habits, and how that is contributing and how we can move past that. But first, don't forget to subscribe below and ring the bell. That way, you will be the first to know every Friday when a new episode appears. Okay, so welcome back. I took a bit of the summer off, and I just want to tell you guys, take care of yourselves. I needed some balance over the summer. I needed to reconfigure some things, and of course, it was kind of unscripted. We weren't on our regular schedules. So I hope to be a good example for you. I'm sorry I wasn't here with these episodes, but hopefully you can learn from that example and do what you need to do in your life to create that balance, and at the same time fulfill the obligations that you need to as well. Okay, so today we are going to talk about how to move past the pain. And I work with my clients on a very detailed and comprehensive level on this. This is completely unscripted today. I'm just going to speak to you from my heart. And it's because I see people who are in pain, and many times people in pain, and maybe this is you, or maybe you know someone like this, are kind of stuck in that victim mode. And I don't want you to be stuck there. And I want you to encourage anyone who is stuck there just in a very positive way, so that hopefully they can see the light and get out of it as well. But there are many things that we do that are actually causing pain, and I don't think most of us make that connection. So let's think about it this way. So when you are given pain medication, right, many times you take pain medication orally. And so think about that. So that pill that you're taking to try to alleviate the pain, it's going down your system, it's going into your bloodstream, and it's doing what it does. Now, two things I want you to think about here. First of all, even though it ends up helping with some inflammation and maybe just making that disconnect between your pain and the brain, so you have that relief, and I realize you do need relief at times, but in the long run, that pain medication is hurting you because it's stripping your body of many important minerals and vitamins that your body needs for that soft tissue or that joint to be healthy and to reduce that inflammation long term. So it's this vicious cycle. It's just keeping you in pain while relieving it temporarily. It's really not different from an addiction. Even if it's not an addictive type of a narcotic or anything like that, it's still an addiction because you keep needing more of it, and it's not getting you anywhere. Many times in the medical industry, as far as long-term and preventative care, they miss the focus, because the focus shouldn't be on managing your pain or your issue. The focus should be on healing you, getting to the core of it and healing you. Okay, so that's number one, when you're taking the pain medication. And I'm not here to judge. I had 2.5, 3-year period where I was taking hydrocodone on a regular basis, and I was pretty darn miserable, and I was not fulfilling God's purpose for me. Now, there was a purpose for it. The purpose for me was to go through that so that I can help others and I can relate to them as well. Now, number two, think about the process of taking that pain medication. You're taking it orally many times. It's going into your system. It's going down the same track as the food that you eat. And I want you to not underestimate the importance of the food that you eat. If you're eating foods that are high in saturated fat, that are high in trans fat, that are high in cholesterol, and if you're eating foods that are, of course, high in sugar, it's creating inflammation. It's contributing to the problem. And maybe you're saying, oh, well, Allie, my issues are hereditary, or my issues are because of a car accident. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm with you. I have that, and I had multiple major car accidents. And I also grew up dancing. So we're all in the same boat here for the most part. If you're already in a wheelchair and disabled, then it needs to be even more than just the food. And there's some other tools that we can use as well. But we need to focus on healing, getting to the root of it. So if you're having those foods I talked about, high in saturated fat, high in trans fat, high in cholesterol, high in sugar, or high in artificial sweeteners, or high in chemicals. You know, if you're eating food that's manufactured in a plant, it was not meant for our bodies to consume. And so you're going to get inflammation. You're going to get pain. We're all going to react a little bit differently. So if you have those genetics, and if you have the accidents, and if you have a past sports history for the pain, it doesn't mean that you're stuck in that. But these types of foods that we're consuming, even if it's protein bars and they're touted as healthy, if it's made in a manufacturing plant, we need to take a second guess here. We need to really take a deep dive. And that's what I do with my clients, because it's not helping you. It is prolonging the issue. It's creating more inflammation. It's creating more pain. It's getting you in this cycle where now you're getting on pain medication, and now you're probably dealing with depression and maybe other mental illness, and now you're getting on medication for that, and then that has its side effects. I mean, it is just this awful, awful, vicious cycle that's making the food industry a ton of money, and it's making the pharmaceutical industry a ton of money too. So I just want to encourage you to get off those things. And not just that, I mean, if you smoke, anything you put into your body is going to react to. So let's talk about that for a second. Because not everyone who smokes gets lung cancer, right? Not everyone who eats poorly ends up in the kind of pain that we're talking about, the kind of pain I dealt with, the kind of pain that maybe you're dealing with. We all react differently. But I guarantee you, if you're having those highly manufactured foods, high in, I'm going to say it again, high in the trans fat, the saturated fat, high in the sugar, high in the sweeteners, high in the artificial chemicals, high in cholesterol, your body is reacting. You may not realize it until it's too late. You may not feel it. You may just feel a little sluggish or a little brain fog. You may not have that pain. In fact, I feel that the pain that I dealt with is a blessing. I also have a very reactive digestive system. And now that I've resolved these issues and healed myself, I feel like that reactive digestive system is a blessing as well, because I had to get past that. I didn't have something hiding inside me that then was going to show up too late. I had symptoms right away. So listen to your body and get on a system where everything is natural. If you need help, seek working with a holistic nutritionist, maybe a functional doctor, but I really want you to stay away from pills and medicine as much as possible. And I also don't want you turning to supplements for the bulk of your nutrients. Supplements are just that. They are supplemental. And when I work with my clients, we track what they're eating and we make sure they're getting 85 to 90% of all their vitamins, all their minerals, all their protein, all the good carbs, all the good fats from real food. And then, depending on their lifestyle, depending on where they live, depending on what season it is, then we supplement with the necessary items. And everyone's going to be a little different. And so that's why I urge you to work with someone. If you want to work with me, great. My link is down below and you can set up a free call. If you have someone else you want to work with, great. But the focus needs to be on real food and on a personalized plan. But I want to give you hope today. First of all, I want you to pray. I want you to pray for God to bring someone into your life. I want you to pray for God to provide you with the answers, because you don't need to stay in this pain. And if you can resolve to do everything in your power and pray for God's guidance to get out of this situation, then I know you can do it. And if that's you and you want to work with me, then that's great. But get help from someone if you're committed. If you're not committed and you just want to complain, and then keep praying. And I pray that you get out of that mode. I hope this was a blessing to you today. Check out the links below. Make sure you join my Facebook page and go ahead and set up that free consultation if you haven't already. Blessings, my friend. Have a great Friday.